Do you want to bring us up to speed, Callum, with your fitness?
Yeah, obviously, you would have noticed that I wasn't with the group today, so just trying to step it up and did a wee bit individual up with the physio guys today, and hopefully no reaction, and then hopefully be good to train tomorrow, and then if I can train tomorrow, then I'll be fit.
Is it just your calf that you're managing?
Yeah, I do. It's a calf issue, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
It's one of the games that you definitely don't want to miss.
No, exactly. I think this is why we're given every chance and trying to leave it as long as we can to be at the pitch and get yourself ready. So, been a tough week, but trying to do everything I can to make sure that I'm available for the group.
Did you not have that a while back? Was it with the mask? Was that your first game back? Was that against Rangers? These are the types of games that you want to push through the pain barrier to make sure that you're fit?
Yeah, of course. I've said it a million times. To play for Celtic is a huge honour, and you have to put yourself in the position that many supporters would do. You have to play through the pain barrier and give yourself every chance to be involved in these games, because one, it means so much to the club, and two, it means a lot personally as well. You want to play in these games, and these are the games that as football players are the best days. So when you bring all that together, then you feel a huge sense of responsibility to push as hard as you possibly can to make sure that you're available.
Were there any after effects after that game? Was it all sort of just worth it to make sure that you're out there? And
I'd probably that much painkillers that I never really felt anything. But no, like you said, when you get a day like that, and obviously it was a nighttime game, but the performance, the result, everything else goes insignificant to that. You've made it on the pitch, and the team have won, and that's all you can ask for. So fingers crossed that's the same this weekend.
The adrenaline just carries you through on the occasions like that.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's such a big game, huge expectation, and like I said, the atmosphere is enough to get you through it anyway. So yeah, certainly be doing everything I can. A bit of work this morning, felt okay. So try and join the group tomorrow, and hopefully be ready for the weekend.
I know there's been a lot of talk about away fans finally back in for this game. We saw against Hibs last week the 7,000. How do you feel that changed the atmosphere you're looking forward? Does that sort of whet the appetite for this weekend?
Yeah. I thought it was a brilliant atmosphere last weekend. Really good game of football. We played to a really high level, and then, like you said, more supporters being in the stadium gives that kind of atmosphere. So it was great, and then obviously expecting similar this weekend as well. I think everybody's probably looking forward to seeing how the fixture plays out, and can that be the template for moving forward, and maybe trying to get even more in both fixtures. So that's not be good. Everybody's looking forward to it, and the players are ready to go as well.
What's the mindset? Are you still kind of stung a wee bit by what happened in January 2nd? Does that kind of play into the way you prepare this week? Or?
No, not at all. No, obviously there's been a lot of football played since then, on both sides as well. Changes to managers, etc. So we have to take the game in isolation. We have to prepare the way that we want the game to be played. Obviously, us being at home, we've got to try and maximise that as much as we can, and then we'll see what Rangers do when they turn up and their team comes in. We'll see what we're looking at there. But our preparation always stays the same. We train with a calmness, and there's a calmness going into the game. We know how we want to perform, we know what we need to do in the game to make it a success, so we try and bring all those elements together on Sunday.
I know obviously it's a bit different for you because you're having the manager fitness this week, but the rest of the guys have had, you could probably see the benefit of it last week, the full week's training, the way that you flew out the kind of traps at the start. Is that the kind of key to starting this week as well?
Yeah, I think these games are important, and especially the home team starting well. If you can get on top of the game, the crowd come with you, and it's an amazing atmosphere. So we've had a lot of good experiences at home in that type of situation, and starting the game in that manner. We've scored a few early goals, and we've set the tone early in the game. So you have to try and maximise all of that. Like you said, a sort of freshness about the squad last week was probably as good as we've been for a while. Hunger, willingness to run, and freshness, get inside the pressure, get the ball back, and Hibs struggled to live with that. So if we can bring a sort of similar level of performance, then we hope that that's enough to give us a good day.
When this fixture comes around, you can often say how defining it could be for the title, but that's not going to be the case this season. But that won't deter the hunger within the squad, will it?
No, not at all. I think coming out of the last game, I think we felt that as well. but of course the sort of points difference I think was roughly the same probably, which again shows how well we've bounced back. We've got ourselves in a really strong position again, but the feeling for us after the game was we never did ourselves justice. So we feel like this time around, you know, we're at home, we understand what the game means. We like I say, we didn't do ourselves justice, so we want to come off the pitch first and foremost feeling good about what we've done in the game and the performance and what we've given to it. And generally, if we do all those things, then we'll win the game, and that'll put us in a much better place. But I think the starting point has to be when we come off the pitch, we don't feel how we felt at Ibrox last time.
And that game aside, Callum, Celtic's record against Rangers, particularly in recent years, has been very good, particularly at Celtic Park.
Yeah, of course, Celtic Park's has been excellent for us, like you said, over a number of years now. So we've maximised that. The players have generally performed really, really well, especially at home in this fixture. So we have a nice bit of experience to draw on from that. But again, we have to do all the right things when it comes to Sunday. We've got to run and work hard and do all the things you need to do in derby games. So we take it in isolation, but of course there's a little bit of a confidence there of what we've been like previously, and we have a nice template to go from. So if the players do that and they give everything, then I'm sure we'll have a positive day.
Obviously, we've done the video analysis. Do you see much difference in the Rangers under Barry Ferguson than the previous manager?
Just obviously they've sort of flirted with the 5 and the 4. So you know, who knows what they'll go with. You know, that's not for me to talk about. But for us, we have to just take the game in isolation. Obviously, this is the first one that he's been involved in, so he may change. I've got no idea, so it's not really for me to comment on that. We know what we want to do in the game. We know how we want to play, and then, like I said, when we get the team in, we'll probably know whether it's a 5 or a 4, and we can then slightly adapt what type of position we want to take up, and depending on their shape. But like I said, our normal game plan is speed, aggression, quality with the ball, and as long as we bring that, then I think we'll be okay.
Just on the calf, Callum, is today the first day you've been doing the individual training, or have you been doing it yourself?
No, I went out a little bit yesterday as well, so we had a couple of days off at the start of the week, and then yesterday, I was outside yesterday, so just stepping there, just trying to get there step by step. So like I said, hoping to join the group tomorrow.